Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader at thetechtrader.com. It's Thursday, April 28th. These are the charts of the day. Well, the market was weird today. First up nicely in the morning, rolled over midday, and got really slam dunked right to the close with a negative tick of 1526, which you haven't seen in a while, indicating an anxiousness or thrust to the downside. And quite frankly, even though there were some earnings reports that were pretty good, including Amazon up 70 after hours, I'm not so sure that this is still an important low in here, that we may still come down hard in this zone. But today's 1526 reading could lead to some snapback. Tomorrow's going to be important because if it ends up being sharply lower, we could see some negatory stuff early next week too. So just play the charts as you see them. Gold in particular having a strong session. I'll just show you a few of them today. ABX in particular with the beautiful base. We've been following this for months. To run up that beautiful wedge there around 13.5. Here it is 4 points higher. And today in particular broke out of this ascending wedge, popping 94 cents or 5.6%. 18.3 million traded. My targets are 19, 22, and 24. Pretty strong chart pattern. Bristol Myers, well, one of my old favorites. Take a look at the long-term chart. What a beautiful pattern for the last several years. Now going way back, you'll see that this stock traded up around in the early 2000s, around there. And there it is. 99, it was up to 74.5 and change. Right now, today, we got up to 73 and change. Pretty close to the all-time high from 17 years ago. Amazing. But more importantly, the double top, the key double top was taken out. Actually, a triple top because we backed off that level just as yesterday. Only to reverse sharply today, going from 69.5 to 73.06. Closing 72.26 up 203 or 2.9% on strong volume, a second biggest volume since October on an up day anyway. And so with the breakout here, my targets are 74.5 and all the way up about 80.81. Cabela, well, this swing trade is still in play and acting better. This morning got down to 50.63, spiked to 53.71 and backed off to 52.28. It was only up 9 cents, but it managed to finish in the plus column as volume was steady. I still like this inverse head and shoulders pop and little flag. I'm looking to see if today's high at 53.71 gets taken out. I'm looking for 55 and then 59. Maybe takeover too. 8.7 days to cover on this beauty. Kimura's, another little consolidation in here. You can see where the recent pullback one day held the 868 area, and it's held it for 5 days. Well, after popping the resistance, it came right up to the high. Matter of fact, 980 was the high. We had 992 today, closing at 946 though. Still, this is a consolidation pattern. The volume picked up as we moved up towards the highs. It just feels like this has more to go. My target's at 12.5. CLF with a huge day today, 47 million shares. Now, I haven't seen this trade at 47 million in a long time. Let's see if I can go back a little ways here. Probably about a year. And today's volume after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth wave near resistance at the top of the channel. I'm not surprised we backed off late in the day from 583 to 539. So when you see these 5-wave advances and I reach technical resistance at not only channel top but lateral price resistance, you need to pay attention. This pullback could be meaningful in that it may take a few days to consolidate or pull back and form some sort of falling wedge, coil. Who knows what it's going to form in here. If it does have any additional momentum, I wouldn't be shocked to see a run at $7. 687 was the recent high. 7.2 days to cover in addition. ERI making new highs. Popped nicely today, 47 cents or almost 3.7%. The highest closing on this stock, finishing today at 13.25. That's the highest closing in 9 years. It appears to me this accelerating channel could reach as high as 15 short term and 17 on an intermediate basis. Very nice stuff. Well, the ETF that I prefer in the gold sector is the junior gold, GDXJ. Acting great today. As you can see, it popped another $1.57 or 4.5% on 17.8 million shares. That's the biggest volume on an update in a couple months. So, and it takes it out of this little flag and also closes strongly above it at the upper end of the range. So looking forward to an extension to about 39. INO just keeps pushing, pushing. 2 weeks in a row, pretty much up almost every day, and you can see the channel. Now, drawing a line across this peak and that peak, we reached that peak today, reaching 1169. I had a swing target up in that range, a little bit higher perhaps, but you can see the accelerated channel. If we do reach that, can get to 13.5, 14, maybe even 15. But be careful since it's been up quite a bit in the last few months. With 6.32 days to cover though, having just broken across the April 2015 highs, we may very well get up to 13 short term. JNUG, wow, what a nice trade that was to intraday. As you can see on a 1 minute chart, it moved up, wedged, and exploded before backing off late in the day. Actually, backing off midday and then consolidating. But looking at the daily chart, this 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth wave is underway, may very well get up to 185, 190, maybe even push 200 before it's all over. It could be wildfire the next day or two if gold hangs in there and continues to push. Motivation, you got a takeover bid. The stock popped 4 or 5 points and then settled in because they turned the offer down. I expect more, and so do I. I think it's a $60 to $65 stock at least. MITK, boom. 2.8 million, up 17%. It's $1.06. The high was 18 cents higher at 7.49. We haven't seen this level on MITK since 2013, 3 years ago. So 770 was the high then, and then prior to that in 2012, this stock reached as high as 13 and change. So your target going forward is a retest of this 770 area. We may get that tomorrow, and then a push up into the low teens, but not sure it does that first. I think we may need to see some consolidation if it does reach 6, 7.5. 770 high, again, not far from that resistance level. NUGT, similar to JDSD, another nice day today, up 1169 at 13%. It popped right to the top of the channel and lateral resistance as well. If this does get a shakeout, or should I say spike up, as well as the JNUG, we could see close to 140, 139 is the target. That means 40 more points here, folks. So it's got to either accelerate through this and run, or it'll back off and consolidate like it did in here. Silver is very strong of late, and silver wheat is no exception. After the big run up and pull back and wedge, pop and breakaway gap, ran up and pulled back to retest the high. And then today up another $1.03 or 5.5% on 8.6 million. Good stuff and a good OBV. I'm looking now at making a move that takes this one near, let's call it 21, and beyond that 24. Strong rising accelerating channel. And the ETF I prefer is the USLV. That is the triple long silver. After breaking the long-term downtrend with a breakaway gap, it pulled back and consolidated and formed a little wedge in here. Yesterday broke out, today it accelerated through, but it's right at this little rally high, and any further upside could see this one make a run at the 22 level. Weibo, well, this swing trade's acting well. It broke out. We put a swing on it. It kept running. It flagged. It ran up again. And it's flagging again. Today was up by 86 cents, but if it should get through the highs for the last week, 24.5, I'd be looking for 26.7 range quickly. The last day is Yandex, this Russian ETF, Russian internet stock. Look at this chart. Well, first of all, the big downtrend, the breakout, the retest, and then a run to resistance that backed it off here, but broke through and flagged. Today popped on 8.8 million shares and was up 7%. I think we're going to take a run at the 21 range. That's my next target. But beyond that, we can see the stock make much more upside progress to at least 24.5 zone. And folks, that's it for tonight on the long side, and we'll talk to you in the trading room tomorrow.